G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website kangaroocourtofaustralia.com. Now, the Robodebt Royal Commissioner, Catherine Holmes, has given a big rap to social media users, especially Twitter users, for giving better coverage of the Robodebt Royal Commission than the old media such as Channel 9, 10, 7, ABC, and News Corp papers, etc. So it's a real slap in the face for the old media. And as you'd expect, the old media haven't reported on it, except for one article in the Australian Financial Review. And The Guardian reported on it as well because Catherine Holmes said there were some exceptions, specifically The Guardian and also the Saturday paper. But other than that, the old media had been pretty patchy in their reporting, only exception being when there were ex-ministers or current ministers in the stand, then they'd report on it. Other than that, they were pretty patchy. But it's not only a big rap for Twitter users, it's really a big rap for all social media users, because you'll find with a lot of subjects now, if you want to find the truth, you need to look at independent media websites such as mine, Kangaroo Court of Australia. I'll give myself a rap. Specifically with Robodebt, I wasn't reporting on it a lot. I did one article last year on Scott Morrison talking himself out, trying to make out he was a lawyer. Now, as far as the Twitter users, I specifically followed Strangerous10 is their handle on Twitter. I tended to find they were giving very good coverage, so I started following them. So let's have a listen to what Catherine Holmes said.
I just want to make an observation before you do, Mr. Gregory. It won't take long.
Thank you.
This commission has to inquire and report, and an important part of the inquiry component is these public hearings because it's the opportunity to explore evidence in a public forum. But not many people have the practical ability or the time or perhaps the will to sit through day after day of hearings. The interest of what I'll call the traditional media, to distinguish it from social media, in these hearings has, with some honourable exceptions, been patchy. It tends to flare when an ex-minister is on the stand. There may be sound commercial reasons for that. The subject matter doesn't concern the demographic which they cater to, or the issues are too many and the evidence too extensive and complicated for their form of coverage. But as a result, I've come to appreciate the importance of social media in this context. I'm not now and will never be on Twitter, but the Commission's media officer has drawn my attention to some of the Twitter commentary, and I've been struck by how committed and serious some of the people tweeting are. They provide an almost full-time running summary of the evidence with occasional comment. Some of them are people who've long been engaged in the Robodebt issue, and they both tweet and cross over into mainstream commentary. I'm thinking of people like Dr. O'Donovan, Mr. Morton and Mr. Enrique Gomez, I may have mangled his name, while others, I can see one right in front of me, are newer to the subject, but no less intent on conveying what is occurring in these hearings. Now, I hasten to say I don't agree with every précis or characterisation of the evidence that I've seen, but I want to acknowledge that the Twitter coverage of these hearings has performed a remarkably useful and important public service in giving people access to the evidence. Having said that, it's over to you, Mr. Gregory.
So for all those people out there who think we don't make a difference using social media, independent journalists, etc., we do make a difference. And the Royal Commissioner has even pointed it out herself. The Guardian did do an article on it. They talked themselves up a bit. They tried to take a big chunk of the credit when really Catherine Holmes was promoting Twitter users more. Now, if you want to piss the old media off in a big way, make sure you share this YouTube video on Twitter and Facebook, etc. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.